familiar with the term animation? Maybe from us we know the animation is only Upin Ipin, SpongeBob, Naruto, and others. But do you know about Nussa? In this video, I will explain it from the theoretical point of view of animation. So, let's start. Hi, I'm Lukman, and this video I will explain about animation theoretically and my analysis about Nussa animations. So, this Nussa animation is one of the animated cartoons made by domestic children. The name of this animation is actually taken from the word Nusantara because it is said from the name of the character that appears. The main character named Nussa, then his young sister named Rara, and his cat that named Anta, and his mother. In fact, fans of the cartoon club are often called friends of the archipelago. What? I mean Sobat Nusantara. The content itself contains the lives of children according to Islamic teachings. These animations began to appear on YouTube around 2018 and currently has 3 million subscribers. This animation first aired on net this year, precisely in the month of Ramadan at the time of breaking the fast. In my opinion, this animated cartoon has the potential to be liked by Indonesian children in particular because of its religion value that's easy to understand, and its funny characters. The theme of this cartoon is social life, which is filled with Islam. It can be seen from the content of the stories that illustrate everyday life, such as before going to bed, giving alms, traveling, and utilizing technologies. In this cartoon, depicted 2 figures of children who are obedient in religions. It contains teach things related to religion, such as prayer, doing good, and making good use of things. Before I discuss further, I will describe briefly about animation. So, what is animations? Well, animation is the illusion of the movement. The illusion of movement can occur by moving quickly a group of images that have a gradual movement of each part of the image object easily. For example, there is a set of images that are the same but different poses are then arranged and played quickly, resulting in the illusion that the image is moving. Animations begin in the 1800s. Then, with the change in time, animation is divided into the 3 categories, namely, first, stop motion animation, second, traditional animation, and third, computer animations. So, stop motion animations itself can also be called claymations because at the time the object used is clay. But as time goes, stop motion itself doesn't use clay. Stop motion currently use photos techniques taken and then arranged in sequence. Usually, the stop motion has a frame rate below 23.974 FPS, so it's look broken. Then there is traditional animations, which use celluloid tape as the mediums. And now, the animation that's captured in TV and video online falls into the categories of computer animations, where its process is using computer media. Animated cartoons out there usually have themes between children's lives, superheroes, and adventures. So don't be surprised if most animations are liked by children. Apart from its interesting theme, the characters is also the biggest attractions for children. Honestly, you like Upin Ipin because they are bold and one of them has a crest. You like SpongeBob because the Patrick's strange behavior. Or maybe Dora the Explorer because Dora mostly asks.
I'm Dora. What's your name? What's your name? How old are you? Wow, that's big!
Of course, in an animated cartoon's characters is needed that can create an atmosphere. Broadly speaking, characters traits are distinguished into protagonist, antagonist, tritagonist, and supporting roles. The protagonist itself is usually the main character in a story and has goals to be achieved. The antagonist is a character that blocks the protagonist from achieving these goals. Then there is the tritagonist, who is the companion of both the protagonist and the antagonist. And there is a supporting roles where he's only a complement in the stories. For example, Dora the Explorer. The protagonist is Dora, who has the aim of helping people around her. The antagonist is Swiper, who become a thief, and protagonists are Boots, Benny, and others. While supporting roles like Dora's mothers, cousins, and many more. In addition, characters typology also helps in the realizations of characters. The type of characters typologies include physical and psychological types. The physical types consist of bigness, athleticism, athletics, and dysplasia types, while the psychological type consists of sanguinis, melancholis, choleric, and phlegmatic. In addition, in carrying out a story in animations, interaction between character also has several main aspects, namely motivations, which is the background that give a motive for the characters to take actions, and then there are interactions that are created because of the motivation of characters who try to make reciprocal communications with the environment and others. And finally, there are goals that can be short-term goals and long-term goals. The ultimate goals of the character's journey is usually victory, sacrifice, and problem solving. Okay, let's jump to my analysis about Nussa animations. So let's start. Nussa is a protagonist character who has a helpfulness, is obedient to religious orders, and is sometimes angry. In these animations, Nussa always provides solutions to Rara's problems through a religious perspective. He has a short body and thin arm and hands like me, an oval face like egg, and he like to help his young sister. So these characters belong to the bigness and sanguinis category. Next, there is Rara. Rara herself is a protagonist who is jovial, funny, and obedient to religious orders. She is the younger brother of Nussa, which is each episode often experience problem. She also loves the cat. She has a short body, same like Nussa, and she like to help her mother, so she also belongs to bigness and sanguinis category. And finally, there is Uma. Uma is the mother of Nussa and Rara. As the mother figure, Uma has a loving nature towards her children. She has a height and thin body, and she loves her children. Yes, of course, because the characters of the real mother is a friendly and thankful person, right? And if since from the characters of these animations, it might not appear antagonist at all. However, if you watch some episode from these animations, you can see the characters that portray Shaitan. These characters often interfere with their activities. In each episode, these animations display a message of this conclusion of the story. The message itself is very clear. Maybe in other episodes, the story ideas will be broader and the message can be conveyed better. Okay. In my opinions, the animations industry today is growing. A variety of characters and stories are characteristic of each animations. Nussa itself has its own characteristic that make these animations different from the others. These characteristics include language that is suitable for the life of today's young people and material stories that are rarely raised by other animations. Try to looking for animations that in the dialogues include verses of the Quran and Hadith as introductions for life. Maybe Upin Ipin is the intended animations, but back to the beginning, that Nusa Animations was an animations made in Indonesia that could potentially penetrate into the international market. The last update, the animations have also been aired in Malaysia along with Net TV during Ramadan. I'm sure this entertainment industry will be far more developed with increasingly sophisticated technologies. That's all from me about analyzing Nussa's animation cartoons. Maybe my presentation this time isn't perfect. Maybe next time I can analyze it further. Thanks for watching. See you and stay excited.